Hey, welcome back to my channel, people. And if you are pretty new to my channel, please do well to subscribe and do well to hit the notification button, to be updated on our next video. So, what I'm going to talk about today is about most of those girls who want to come overseas. Okay, maybe there's someone they see and they think of, hey, I like this guy and I really want to marry him. I want to come overseas. Well, there's nothing bad about that. Coming to Europe, at least, you've been born in Africa, you grew up there, and you thought of relocating to somewhere new experience. Okay, there's nothing bad about that. But I would just want to. I made this video because I want you guys to know the truth about most of us based overseas. That things are not as rosy as you may think. Okay. I'm going to break it down for you guys so you understand what I actually mean. So the first point that I would like to talk about is, most of us, we see, like at the end of the year, you get to meet most of these guys coming down from various parts of the world, and when they come down, you see them living flamboyant life and, driving big cars and, the way they're dressing and everything, and be like, wow, this guy must be doing very well, and you tend to want to ignore that it's not actually what it is. Most of these guys who come downtown with big cars, of course not all of them, most of them are doing good jobs and, medical practitioners and working in healthcare and, lecturers, public administrators and civil servants are doing really well. But when you see any guy coming over and living in some kind of exaggerated lifestyle, where he spends all the money, like it's sort of extravagant. He lavishes money anywhere he goes and gives money to people. Then be wary. Okay, most of them might be drug dealers. So they have all the money to spend and that kind of stuff. So you have to take note of that. Not all the guys that you see coming over, you'll be like, oh, this guy's so rich, he's doing very well, and you don't know his background, you don't know what kind of career he's having. You have to take note of that if you have to fall in love with these guys. Try to check his background and see what kind of stuff he's doing. It's very important. And the second group of guys that I'd like to talk about are those ones that have served money, like throughout the years and over the months they've been serving money. Most of them want to come to Nigeria to sort of show off, like, hey, I'm the man, I just arrived. So they've been serving this cash all through, like for like some 6 to 8 months and, just against December. So you see they come downtown, they get in car somewhere, and, the dressing and everything. You see the way they be like, posing around the place, be like, wow, this guy must be doing very well. He must be living a very good life overseas, So you're like, and the guy pushes you and you're like, hey, would you like to, you just fall and, with your legs carried up, not really take into consideration what kind of job the guy's doing. So you have to take note of that. Life overseas is not actually as easy as you think, it's way tougher, because most of them have to pay bills, and the house rent overseas is not like in Nigeria where you pay for a year or any other African country. You pay every month and it's really expensive, and not to mention the electricity, not to mention the heating system and, the car loan, and insurance and all those things. So it consumes a lot of money. So it's not actually easy over here as you think. So when you see them coming over there with, living big and large, it's just for 1 month. At the end of the month, they run out of cash and they'll be like praying to come back overseas to start hustling all over again. So you have to take note of that, girls, okay? That's a secret I'm telling you guys, so please take note, okay? And another point that I'd like to talk about is I understand the system here is pretty much good, better than most African countries. We have good health care and, free education and, good, pretty nice infrastructures and all this kind of stuff. And, the government is always there for the people. You can deliver safely your baby and, proper care is being given to the baby, unlike in most African countries where healthcare is at a dilapidated state. So overseas is good, but what I'm stressing is about you guys knowing that overseas is not actually what it is. There are many guys out here, living under the bridge. They don't have a place to stay. They're hanging around, not having actually a permanent place, visiting friends, and most of them patch up with friends, because to rent an apartment is expensive. So it's not as rosy as most of you think actually. So so it takes a lot of hard work, you have to work really hard, like imagine yourself leaving the house at 5 and coming back around at 9 p.m. 5 a.m. and coming back home like 9 p.m. It's a long day, isn't it? Yeah, most of them have like 3 jobs, hustling really hard, trying to catch up with the expenses that is going to be made at the end of the month, so it's not easy. So if you dream about investing in Nigeria, it consumes so much energy and time because you need to save some money and you need to eat as well, and food is not cheap, and you need to pay your bills and and all this kind of stuff. So it's not actually easy. So take notes once you see those guys coming over, flashy and all this kind of stuff. Trying to find out what kind of job they're doing. You understand? Try to ask people because most of them they might not really come out playing. Some of them are cleaners, dishwashers and all this kind of stuff. Newspaper distributors and they might not be having a kind of great job like you think. Of course, we have those guys, like I said earlier, who are lecturers and big boys into business. Most of them are entrepreneurs. They do have their own business and importers and exporters, so they are doing pretty well. It's out there hustling. You also have to hustle as well. You have to go to school, try to get a profession and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, but like I said, at the end of the day, life in most European countries better off than in Africa, but we have corruption and bad leadership. At least security-wise, yes, most European countries or countries in Americans will guarantee you that. Like in Africa where you sleep and you can't have your eyes closed, one eye's open. It's a nice place. Yeah, it's nice, it's fresh. People are being taken care of by the government. Even if you don't have the job, in most Scandinavian countries, for example, I know in the US as well, but talking about Scandinavians, if you don't have a job, the government does support. They have this kind of social security system where they support the unemployed. If you're sick, for example, you are entitled to some free medical services. So life is pretty okay, and so that's just about it. So next time, take my points into consideration. So like I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe. It's Achibong, and you're in the house. Stay blessed, and I'm out.